Hey, this is Matt, founder of William Henry, sheltering in place here in my home office. I hope that this message finds you well. I want to acknowledge and say thank you to our healthcare workers, first responders, long haul truckers, farmers, employees at the warehouses, grocery stores, drugstores, FedEx, UPS. This last month has uh, revealed the backbone of the American economy to me in a way that I hadn't really appreciated before. So thank you. I went by an urgent care clinic the other day, not to go in, luckily, and somebody had posted a big sign across the street that said, "Our heroes wear scrubs." So, amen, brother. Um, so I'm here in my home office, which coincidentally is almost the same size as the room where I started William Henry, 1997, so 23 years ago. This is about 10 by 12, and back then I had a computer with a garbage bag over it because right next to it I had my grinders and buffers where I was making the first prototypes, and the dust would have ruined the hard drive. Lifetime ago now. But fast forward, and William Henry has almost 9,000 square feet in Oregon. And a month ago we had 40 employees, but this has been a hell of a month. Just over a month ago, the United States confirmed its first COVID-19 diagnosis. This morning we have 225,000 cases and climbing, and over 5,000 people have perished, and that number is also climbing. And we're nowhere near out of the woods yet. I'm not a medical expert, but I will be another talking head to say, listen to the medical experts, take this seriously, follow the guidelines. If this hasn't hit close to home yet, it will. I've already had two family members who have had the virus. Luckily, they both recovered. I've seen people who I respected out in the world, uh, not necessarily so old, who have passed away, and this is the stark reality at the moment. So the loss of life is tragic, and the real suffering and the loss of jobs and the shock to the economy. It's all hard to really gather. And William Henry is a small company, just like so many other small companies. We're not airline industry or auto industry or hospitality. We're not lumped in one of those big branded pools. We're just a small business, like thousands of other small businesses in this country and around the world who have just been hammered by this. 80% of our sales were through independent retailers, brick and mortar stores around the country, in some cases around the world. Virtually all of them have closed in the last 30 days. How do you account and how do you prepare for an 80% drop in sales? You don't. Um, and I have friends that have little apparel companies, leather companies, and other knife companies, and we're all sort of just trying to figure out how we navigate this. How do we minimize the damage? How do we get to the other side? How do we preserve the core culture of the thing that we've invested our passion and our energy and made our life's work? William Henry is not immune to any of this, obviously. So the unemployment numbers are staggering, 10 million people in the last 2 weeks, and William Henry is part of that. We've had pay cuts at every single level of the company, reduced hours. We've had to furlough employees that have spent years investing in what we do and developing and honing their craft at the William Henry studio. I hope we can bring them back sooner than later. But it's not clear from here what that timeline is and what the future looks like. So I just want to say, we're not looking for pity. I'm not looking for pity. I'm very grateful for all that I have. But if you have a brand out there or brands that you love, obviously the local restaurant that you can still get takeout from, but if there's a brand, some company, some series of companies that has meant something to you, that has brought some meaning and joy into your life, and if you have the means, then by all means support them right now. because we're all trying to figure out how we navigate this. Go to their website, find something, buy something. William Henry, anybody else, doesn't matter, right? It's about what steps can we take to take care of each other and again, minimize the damage. So listen to the guidelines, take them seriously. Thank you to everybody that is, and to those that aren't, it's high time because this is going to get close to you. If it's not you directly, it's going to be somebody you know. And it's up to all of us to make a difference right now. And to the extent that you're able, continue to support the things that maybe don't seem essential, but are actually sort of a core piece of the American fabric that really are at risk right now. All these small companies, all of these small brands, all of these mom and pop shops um, who may not show up in the national news reports, but we're part of it as well. So be well, stay safe, come together by staying apart, and we will get through this. There is a brighter tomorrow. Thank you.